Invocation, the cosmic ray of galactic service. This is a video that I've come across on YouTube with regards to this person aligning themselves to their higher light, their mother, father, God, and all the beings of light. And this person asks that the Archangel League of the Light brings through patterns of perfection from on high, whatever that means, and that this person asks this Archangel Angelic League of the Light to place this person into the 6th dimension light body activation chamber of light. Now, what does this imply in itself? I mean, light workers who enjoy possessing themselves within and to the energy that they experience when they think about and say words like light and federation and cosmic ray. Now, when you are saying, what are you actually saying, and what is happening within the being when they are saying that they ask somebody to place them within a 6th dimensional light body activation chamber of light, is that within the being, what they are busy doing within their own mind is they are placing themselves into and as a state of possession. The chamber of light is not an actual chamber existent somewhere on some interdimensional level. This chamber of light is an actual reality and concept within the being's mind, which you could say this indicates to us how the being places themselves into a possessive state. They have named the possessive state the light body activation chamber of light. It's not an actual chamber, okay? The chamber is just a word that is given by light beings and light workers to their own possessive mind state. So if you were to equate that to the being's mind being the chamber, and their own chamber being filled with the concepts and ideas and all the energy activation points that they've created around their own possession into and as energy work and light workers, this word in itself, the chamber, indicates to us what happens within the light worker's mind, how they've possessed themselves. You can then continue reading the rest of the person's description box underneath their video to get more of an idea of what is contained within this chamber and what is contained within the light worker's mind. How do they possess themselves? What are the pictures that they use? What are the colors? What are the experiences, the feelings that they generate for themselves while they are inside this chamber as their own mind? This person will, for example, continue to explain that how they spin their molecules faster and faster in increasing frequencies of light, and that they lift themselves into cosmic consciousness awareness into higher dimensions. Are they actually lifting themselves? I mean, if you were to look at all the beings on this planet, what do you see? You see human beings made from the same organic material that function according to the same mind patterns, meaning every single person on this planet wants to be special, wants to feel powerful, wants to feel protected from other people. And human beings who cannot deal with what is happening on this earth and within their own lives and within the lives of others, they are the ones who will find escape mechanisms. Now, every single human does that. Remember, I'm not here just specifically speaking about light workers. I'm just using this as an example to show how the human creates chambers in their own mind to hide within, to escape responsibility for this actual physical reality. And this physical reality functions according to the systems that we have already implemented to make our lives livable. The systems that we have implemented, such as the money systems, the value systems, all the capitalist systems, the family systems, societal systems, those are the systems that abuse those who do not have a say within this physical reality. So, for example, what do we have to do to survive? We have to eat, we have to drink water, we have to have a roof over our heads, okay? That is the basic living requirements for every human. We're not even talking now about your luxuries and things that we enjoy. We're talking about the basic living requirements. So what do those who control money do? They know that every single human requires that to survive, and that due to our pre-programmed and in-programmed desire for survival, every single human, once you are born, I mean, you can't go back, right? So every single human will do what they need to do to survive, because nobody wants to starve and live in fear of death. Therefore, those who control money will make sure that they take advantage of every single human's desire for basic survival. And that is why your workforce exists. It exists because those who have money and those who direct the capitalist system, they know, look, the workforce is there for me to utilize, for me to make money. And I mean, that is one of the basic principles on which capitalism is founded. Now, what do your light workers do? The light workers cannot deal with the current system as it is. They do not know what to do to bring about actual change, so that the suffering that is experienced by millions of beings, whether they are in a position of starvation, of being abused due to having to work for a low income, whether they are abused in their family environments where there is stress and alcoholism and drug abuse, all of those are very, very real experiences that most of the people on this planet are actually experiencing every single day. Okay? Whether it is not being able to pay for your child's hospital care, or whether it is not being able to know if next month you've got your job, or, you know, being in an abusive, verbally or mentally or physically abusive relationship with your husband because there's stress, because there's always stress around money, or he or she abuses drugs, or whatever coping mechanism there is. You can just look in the newspapers, on the internet, look at your own life experiences, those who are around you, look at all the people who live in the slums and the people who live on minimum salaries. You can just actually look around you. You don't have to take my word for it. Look around you at the basic experience of a majority of the people on this planet, and you will see the pain and the suffering that is experienced due to the stress that is placed on people within the current world systems. Now, what do light workers do? They cannot deal with what is happening on this planet. They cannot deal with the actuality of the human experience. So what do? They find out about how to escape into spirituality. They either read about it in books or find out about it on the internet. They'll join groups and they'll start reading material that is available to them, and they will adapt themselves to learn these beautiful invocations, which, if you align that to this physical reality and what is actually happening in this physical reality, you know for yourself that means nothing. I mean, I'm reading through this person Invocation, and all of the words sound very beautiful, but it means absolutely nothing. If you take those same words and you were to apply them within this physical reality, within the current world systems, to bring about a practical change that will do and implement a structure that is best for all, you would fail horribly. And the light workers know this. They know that they are at the opposite end of a practical solution, if one was to refer to it like that. And the opposite end of an actual solution is what happens inside the mind, the beautiful mind, spiritual realities and chambers. Okay, that is where the light workers, they're inside their mind, participating in beautiful realities in the mind. Then you have the physical reality that is playing out every day, which the light worker cannot participate in, because they've already inside themselves decided that it does not make them feel special to have to work every day just like every other person. It does not make them feel special to have to just simply be a practical, commonsensical voice. They are afraid that every single human is afraid that if you go up against the existing systems, the family systems, the money system, culture, belief, faith, if you go up against every system that is currently supporting and keeping the abuse going in this world, you are afraid that you will get swallowed up alive, that you will get abused, that you yourself will not be accepted by the world systems anymore, and that the world systems will reject you, and therefore you will starve and die. So you are in the exact same position as the poor person and the person who's being abused, okay? The only difference is, for some light workers, if you especially read the people who come and write on the Destiny forums, myself included, 9 times out of 10, you'll find that that person already had walked through traumatic experiences, already had faced abuse or poverty or lost a job or some kind of stressful experience that were going on inside of them, and they try to escape it and they go into spirituality. I did this myself. Okay. The other type of light worker is somebody who lives a normal life, has a okay job, they have an apartment that they live in, they have friends, but they choose to go into the spirituality because they're bored with their own lives. They're thinking to themselves in their minds and in their secret backchat minds, God, is this all there is to my life? I'm just like the next guy that lives next door to me and every other person on the planet. I don't want to be that. Let me go and find some beautiful spiritual purpose. So I encourage you to actually go and read these invocations that are placed by light workers that are called, for example, the Unified Planetary Focus for the Planetary Grid Transmission. Okay? You'll find them all over these light workers channels. They place these beautiful invocations of these long-winded stories of Mother, Father, the language of light and wisdom, blueprints, ascension seats, overlighting of the Galactic Council. I mean, it goes on and on and on. And this person can sit for hours and hours and can take key words which light workers have come to accept, and you can basically shuffle them around and make sentences out of them. And in that, once you've placed your invocation of what you now stand as and what you experience apparently, you feel better about yourself. And the light workers that read it on the internet and that watch your videos, they now also get to feel good about themselves because these words have been agreed upon amongst light workers to have special significance when the person hears it. To me, I look at it, I experience nothing. I experience the actuality of it is that they're useless words, but I also see it that within the light worker it generates good feelings, and that in relation to the actual reality that we are facing means absolutely nothing, and that light workers only play around in their minds and in the chambers of their minds and do not have actual solutions.